I was a timber cutter back in 1957. Woodard sold out the warehouses, and I was already cutting. I started in 1951. I started cutting timber, and the saws, them first saws were really something. They had a bar on them, almost 6 feet long, and they were so heavy you couldn't hardly pick them up. And then when I went to the warehouse, they had new McCullochs, and the McCullochs were made by a man that owned all of Lake Havasu City, and they were good saws, and they better than anything that was made to cut timber with at that time. And so I liked the McCulloch, and they kept getting better and getting better, and then they invented a direct drive, and man, that thing was cut. So one day the bullbuck come out there and he had a red and white saw, and I said, "What's that?" And he said, "It's a steel made in West Germany." And I said, "Well, I like McCulloch. I ain't gonna give it up." And he said, "Yes, y'all, we're buying the saws, and you're gonna run this thing." So I started running a steel, and it didn't take me no time at all to realize that it didn't have a tenth the downtime that McCulloch did. You run it all year and never put nothing but a spark plug in it. And I had a lot of great big trees to cut. Biggest tree I ever fell was a western red cedar, and it was over 11 foot in diameter, and it was hollow. And I've heard the old timers telling about you get a hollow cedar and you can get inside of it and fall it, but I didn't do that. But I felt bad about it because it was right on the creek bank and there was bluff down there. And I wanted to swing it. If it had been a fir, I could have swung it around and put it right above the creek. And that's what I wanted to do, but when it went, cedars break off real easy, and went right down in that creek. Anyway, then it collapsed like a big pile of fence posts. And a lot of guys had bigger trees to fall than I did. I fell many of them that was 8 foot in diameter. But some of the guys had 9 and 10 footers, and I never did. But 6 footers were almost the order of the day. And anyway, we had to cut them. If it was over 6 foot, you had to cut it down to at least a 16 foot, 10 inch. And because if you made it any longer than that, it would have so much scale in it that the logging outfits couldn't bring it in.